Hey everybody, thanks again for joining me. It's for another edition of Friday Night Live. I thought I'd do something different yet again. I've been getting some good feedback about being in my car. For whatever reason, it's triggering a lot of comments. So here I am again, and the sun is, hasn't set yet, and it's just gorgeous, and it is warm, and so I'm wearing my shades. So yeah, my rose-colored glasses were a little too light. I couldn't bear the sunshine there, but I don't mind having a little bit of sunshine on my face right now. It feels good, no? So anyway, boy, made it through another week almost. I actually have one more work day tomorrow, and once again I thought to focus on gratitude and the importance of being thankful, being grateful, and recognizing the good things that happen in your life. And it's good to be reminded to do that. So I think that's why I'm asking you to think about what you are, what you have to be grateful in your life. It's easy to get sucked into rhythms and patterns, and if things feel like they're not quite going right, then it's not so easy necessarily to shake yourself out of expecting for things to keep not going right. So when we feel gratitude, when we just list just anything menial, anything that has gone well for you that you're thankful for, you can write it out with a pen and paper, or type it onto your computer, make a little Word document, a continuous document, or you can have a journal, or you can speak it into your phone. You could speak it into your voice recorder, some things that you're grateful for, and listen to it later. Play it for yourself, show it to yourself what you're thankful for, and it puts you in a different rhythm. It shines a different light on things, like I've got light on my face right now. And it helps you, appreciate not only the things that you've expressly, felt gratitude for, but one after another, you'll start realizing other things that have been going well for you, other things that you can feel grateful for. And then you start noticing more and more things that are going well. And, I'm not a champion of this all the time. And I think I've mentioned before that by doing these Friday Night Live videos, it helps me remind myself to do that. And so that's another reason why I look forward to being with you here in the evenings. So, and I just got hearts from somebody. Who is that? Look, I can't even see because the sun is glaring in my face. I can see hearts, which I love. But I'd love it if you leave a comment. Let me know who's joining, and I love feeling your company when I'm here doing this. So, and some of y'all know. In fact, yesterday, because I'm part of Caroline. Oh, I love seeing you here. Yes. Boy, you must be having a fantastic time. So Caroline's part of a coaching group, part of a mentoring group that I belong to, and I love the people in this group. We have a really good time with each other virtually, but by and large it's online. But we do get the opportunity to meet a few times a year, at least once or twice a year in person, and for some of us even more than that. And it's a great time to come together. And anyway, this group of people is super supportive. It's like a business group, you could think of it that way. And it's a coaching group. And so Caroline and I are members of this group. And yesterday, because I was so thrilled about things that were going well, I posted a live video just to that group. It's called Launch Club. And because I was so grateful for the support that I feel from those people, and it's like we cheer each other on, and if something's not going well, there's always someone who will chime in to say something good and positive, and then there will always be someone chiming in to give some real constructive suggestions, constructive feedback. So it's not just a place where people would complain about things by any stretch of imagination. It's not that at all. But there's like a consciousness to go, okay, if something's not going well, we'll get support and like cheering you on kind of thing. And then, hey, how have you tried this? We'll get into problem solving mode. And that uplifts you too. You start feeling hopeful, and you start realizing, wow, I don't need to be stuck in this situation by myself. There are people who can offer me suggestions. And so there's just this awesome wealth of knowledge in this group of people. And I mean, we have like coaches, like literal coaches, but every single person who's part of the group kind of serves as a coach too. So that's something I'm super grateful for, being a part of that group. And so because I had some challenging times over the last couple of weeks, and last few weeks, you can even think of, I mentioned before about how there was a fire behind my office, and it's still, things still aren't repaired the way that they need to be. It's going to be a little while. But, from that and mentioning some other things that I was having a hard time with, a lot of those people were there with me. Jamie, you're here too. We're with you through the ups and downs. It's so true. And I hope that I can be there for you in the same way, Jamie. I hope I am. So what I did was, because I was feeling so grateful for everything that was going well, I just wanted to jump into that group, and I did a specific live video just to that group to say thank you, and to show them that it's like, for me, it's important to talk about the good things, not just when things aren't going well, because I think that people deserve to hear that too. Maybe they'll provide like a shoulder for you to lean on and offer support. But then it's really great when you can tell them when things turn around too, because then they can share that excitement with you. They can share that appreciation with you, and they feel that appreciation coming towards them as well. So that's one of the things that I'm hoping to do right now with this video, is just kind of extend that outward and ask you if there's any way that you feel you can express your gratitude to anyone else around you, and just let them know what they mean to you, or what they've done that's really helped you out, or anything that you like about them, you appreciate about them. And it's amazing how, like, just sending out that good vibe, sending out the love, it helps uplift other people, and that in turn helps uplift you. And I mention that a lot about upliftment. Is that a word? Because I think we really need that. We need that in our world. There's so many changes that are happening, and there's a lot of fear around those changes too. There's a lot of fear around the unknown. And I've experienced that myself for sure. Fear of the unknown. And it's easy to say, like, it's easy for me to say, oh, it's going to be okay. Or, I know we don't always have the answers, but things will work out. That's an easy thing to say. But when you're going through a dark patch, it's not always easy to hear, to listen to that and to believe it. And so I think we're just being human, and it's fine. You don't have to worry about that. But when we can feel that gratitude, it helps pull us out of a funk, So if it's too hard to see or to believe that things could pick up and go better, then just start telling yourself what you're thankful for. Again, you can speak it out loud to yourself. You can speak it into a recorder, listen to it later. You can write it down, jot it on a Post-it note, write it on a napkin, if it's something that you're thinking of. Just what you're doing is you're sending out that frequency of you're sending out a frequency of joy and of hopefulness. And when it's like you're talking yourself up instead of talking yourself down. And then you're going to start noticing the things that are going better and better and better, because they are there. We just have to see them and identify them. And I've experienced this on multiple levels, on a personal level and on business level. And sometimes when a good thing is right in front of me, it's like I don't always recognize it right off the bat if I feel like different things are going wrong, So it's helpful to share your feelings with other people, because they can reflect that for you. They can point out to you the things that are going great. And so I feel like I'm pretty good with that, with my friends and family and people around me. And so I certainly feel good when others do that to me too. So I've been really thankful for others who've been able to show to me the things that are going great, and then for me to go, oh my gosh, I got to jump on this opportunity. Like, don't let this go. This is awesome. This is great. So, and also this was an important message for me to pull into my video tonight too, because Lana, hey, without realizing the good and feeling gratitude for the many things that happen daily, big or small, life is dark indeed. Absolutely. It is. It's, and like I said, you're not always able to identify those things for yourself. And so that's when it's really helpful to stay connected with other people. And I'm broadcasting this on Facebook, and then later I put it onto YouTube. But here we're live, and so Lana, you know, who's several time zones away from me, is watching, and she's able to type in and contribute, and that helps, you know, that helps prod me forward, and that helps invigorate my mindset and share, you know, it stimulates your thought process, and it helps you realize what other good things are going on. It's like a goal in my life. I really have to keep reminding myself what good things are going on, because I just think that we need to infiltrate. We need to infiltrate the world with the good things that are going on, you know, because then that's like there's a pattern interrupt. So we can halt when someone is like down in the doldrums and they keep insisting on being in that path and being in that path. They might need to feel that, but they also really might need to be pulled out of it, just shaken out of it. And when you can express gratitude, and you don't have to tell somebody you should feel thankful for, you should feel grateful for, I didn't have this when I was growing up, anything like that. It's not that. It's when you can ask things in a question, you know, is like, hey, how did you feel about when you had this interaction with so and so? You know, wasn't that pretty cool? Or wasn't that so great that, you know, this other person was bringing up this? I'm talking in generalities, you know, it can apply across the board, but it just makes such a difference when you can acknowledge the great things that are happening. And then that way you're going to be less likely to turn on the bad news. You know, whether it's real or not, it doesn't matter. If it's bad, it pulls you down, and you don't need that. So we can affect change in the world when we can help ourselves feel a greater spirit, when we can lift ourselves up and lift each other up. I said, we need to infiltrate the world with the good things that's going on. Oh, that's an awesome quote, and I said it, huh? Caroline says, feel good comes in many ways, and you can easily pull yourself up when you can be happy for someone else. Yeah, I really relate with that, Caroline. I really feel that. Like, and I guess I'm bringing this up because there's just been a whole lot of stuff that's gone on for me that's up and down, and you just wonder, when is it going to stop? When is it just going to normalize? Like, can I just have a normal day where it feels like things are going as I'd like, as I'd expect? And, but you know, when I'm like suddenly in the presence of my patients, let's say, or just anyone who's come into the room or that I've met someplace else, it's so easy for me to just, I'll genuinely feel happy when I'm in that person's company. And then I'll just pause and I'll just go, okay, look what's happening here. Acknowledge this, you know, let yourself feel good. Let yourself feel positive. Is that you, Martina? I saw someone give a thumbs up. I've got my usual suspects here who join me on these evening broadcasts, and I love it. I love this community that I've got going on. So anyway, that's what I was just mentioning, is that I have been through a lot of different things, and it's not that it's bad. It's just challenging, and it takes energy and commitment and time, you know, and focus to make things work well. Hey, hi Martina, it is you. My fan club, ha 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 ha. I love it. It's so much fun for me. So that's why I'm talking about gratitude. You know, I just really feel I have a lot to be thankful for. And I'm telling you, like, end of the day, today's payday, right? It's the end of the last day of the month. And what happens? I go to print paychecks, and it says printers out of ink, printers out of paper. And I'm looking at a stack of paper, and I'm like, no, it's not. Okay, what's the troubleshooting I gotta do? Pull out the paper, put it back in. Try again. Printer's out of paper. Okay, unplug it from this port, plug it into another one. What does that do? No. Turn off the printer, turn it back on. You know, you have to do all these things, and you're just like, cut me a break. Can I just print a check? And it's like, all right, let me use the other computer. I'll try it that way. Trying the other computer, something doesn't work out. Okay, I'll use the other printer, trying that. Something doesn't work out, and I'm just like, really? That's like my go-to word. Really? Is that what's happening now that I have to deal with? So then what do I go? What do I think? Oh, let's see. How did I receive my paycheck back in the day? My boss sat there and took a pen and wrote out my name and wrote out the deductions, wrote out the dollar amount, and signed it and handed it to me. So yes, I can indeed handwrite a check and sign it. I didn't take the time to do the deductions. I'll just have to, maybe my printer at home will work. Who knows? So that's my idea, is if I can do that. So yeah, it happened with the first printer. And then so I'm working with patients and I go, I know what I'm going to do. And I come up with this other step of troubleshooting. I know what I'm going to do. Back up, the software program, pick up the backup from a different computer. Jamie, oh man, tech gremlins on top of everything else. Yeah. Jeez, universe, give this woman a break already. Thank you. But the important thing for me is just go, all right, it feels like something is going wrong, and obviously I have to figure something out, but it's really okay. Like, I seriously can handwrite a check, and it just takes a little bit more time, that's all. So it meant I couldn't return someone else's phone call because I had to take the time a little bit longer, and that's okay. I can, I emailed that person quickly. See, it's like we can think, like, how else can I handle this? Sorry, I couldn't call you back. I needed to do this DocuSign thing and something wasn't appearing that it needed to be. And I just went, is it okay if I look at this in a few days from now? And I know it's okay. That was my polite way of saying, I gotta look at this in a few days from now. But, those are just examples. I mean, I know I'm kind of poking fun, and I'm having a good time with you guys, and I'm super happy that you're here with me now. And I think maybe I can, nope, can't take off my sunglasses yet. I am enjoying I'm not getting too much vitamin D, I know that, but it is fun just to, milking the last bit of sun that I can before it hides away in the trees. But that was important for me. And then, I have certain people that I'll check in with, and believe it or not, I don't come up with these ideas all on my own. What am I going to talk about on Friday night? Hey, Lana, thank you. And so that's what came up, is like gratitude. And I was like, yeah, I can handwrite a paycheck and everything can be okay. There's money in the bank to cover the paychecks. Thank you. There's like, just every step of the way, there's support around me. Thank you. I have wonderful people helping me out at my office. Thank you. And even, one of my employees has had to leave, and that makes me really sad. And at the same time, I'm really super grateful for the time that we've had together, and just for the growth that I've had as a result of her being there with me, and just the fun times at the office, and just the great rapport, and how my patients have loved her and us, and how it's like we've had a really good connection, and people will comment on that. And that's a lot for me to feel grateful for. And not just for her as a person, but for me too, that it's like we both had that willingness and ability to connect with one another, and to have fun, and to help people feel comfortable and at ease and at home. And as you probably know, if you've been paying attention to my videos, like, that's really key for me. That's really major for me, for anyone who's coming into my office to feel like a guest, to feel welcome. And I enjoy that, and it makes everything worthwhile for me. And so I'm super grateful that I've attracted people to me who can help me in that effort, and who value that, for themselves. They value those connections with people. So see what I mean? Like, that's joyful. That helps. Yes, I can feel sad, but at the same time, I can feel like, okay, so another chapter is closing, and I think we did pretty well. And that's something to feel proud of. It's something to feel good about. And then I can move on. Just like I can move on to picking up my pen and paycheck and handwriting my check. I can move on. Take some time a little bit later to regroup and figure out what the heck is going on with the technology there. Caroline, you say, you are rocking this Facebook Live thing. I will start doing this also when I get back. Awesome. And you're good on video too, Caroline. I've seen you. So for me, it's just a way of connecting, connecting with people. And I know you can, let's see. Oh no, now you have to see. Okay. All right, I'll take it off. It was hot here in the sun, so I'm breaking a little bit of a sweat. But yeah, for me, it's just fun to look into the camera, and I know that you guys are out there and listening, and not just here live, but that after the fact, people will be tuning in and leaving me comments, and seeing one another's comments, and just by you reading the comments here. So if you're on YouTube, see if you can log on to Facebook and check it out. I'll put the link to my Facebook page, and I don't think you have to be a Facebook member. I leave them public, so I'm pretty sure you should be able to, have a look in, and when you play the video, you'll see like Caroline's comment that she was like, "You're rocking this Facebook Live thing. I'll start doing this also when I get back." You would see that, or you'd see Jamie's comments. And, you know, it's just kind of nice to know that there are other people out there who are like-minded and who are after a similar outcome, you know, who want good things to happen to everybody, not just to themselves, you know, not in a selfish way, but in a giving way, and in a compassionate way, and in a way that is enjoyable. And so that's my mission, that's my goal, and I feel like I've really had a wonderful opportunity to be able to connect with people like you here. And even if you don't leave a comment, it's okay. And you can comment to me personally too. A lot of times that's what happens when I see people in person and they share with me these things, or the ways that they've been inspired, or messages that they passed along to their friends and family. And it makes it all worth it, you know. But I don't have to hear that to know that I'm in the right place, and I'm doing what I need to do. So I don't know the specific outcome that happens for, obviously, for people who are watching this, but I'm just going to trust that it's the right message is getting to the right set of ears, so the right people are hearing the message that they need in order to help improve their lives. So if you know anybody who could benefit from this video or any other videos that I've done, just share this video with them. Click on the share button down below the video, and you could either share it in a private message, so you don't have to post it to somebody's timeline, or you could share it to your own page if you want to, and you could tag other people. That's one way of doing it. Hey Brandon, it's revealed when you're ready. Love it. Yeah, totally. And I mean, we're about to meet in person. Well, Brandon, I'll be able to meet you in person again in a little bit over a month. But you know, you find out the ripple effect. You know, you find out ways that your footprint in your own world impacts somebody else, and it's a great feeling. And that's not, I mean, it's not just why I'm doing this. Like I said, I mean, there is a selfish motivation. I tend to do these videos just to help me remind myself. You know, it's kind of like a meditation for me. You know how people will meditate? I've kind of talked about that too. It doesn't have to be more than a 5-minute or a 1-minute or 2-minute meditation sometimes. It's like a grounding. So doing this and talking with you and getting the feedback or not getting the feedback doesn't matter. I feel like I'm setting the intention that I'm aligning myself with the good things that are happening, and that's how I get through my life, and it feels good. I feel like that's a really good way to help carry me through, and it's helped me with my business. Just I've been able to develop a trust that things are working out. Jamie says, "I honor the trust you have in how what we share will reach those who need the meaning." That's what happens every time I end up being online when you're live. The synchronicity feeds my energy. Thank you. My pleasure, Jamie. Thank you too. I feel that from you too. And Jamie's so sweet. Like, he'll send me a text message sometimes, you know, other than like, you know, doing a comment here, you know, just letting me know he's thinking of me, or sending me the love and just like positive thinking. It makes such a difference, you know, you really feel it. So thank you, Jamie. And I know that this is one way that I can do that in a universal way by doing these videos, because I hope that even if I'm not mentioning your name right now, you can feel me reaching out and touching your life in some way. Even if we don't know each other, it doesn't matter. It's like the universe knows and gets it and sends you the right frequency, and you receive the message in just the right way that you're supposed to. And even if we don't know each other personally, here's an example of what could happen. Then you end up going to the store, or your family member comes home, or you meet up with a friend or someone you hadn't seen in a while, and someone says just the right thing to you, and you go, "Oh wow, isn't that what Darya was saying? Is that what Dr. Ghafourpour was talking about? Isn't that what she was just talking about that, about being grateful about something, or good things happening, or you know, transition happening, or closing a chapter in her life and then choosing to be thankful for what came of it and being okay with it, like closing that chapter and just moving on." That's what we do when we grow up, right? It's like graduating. It's like finishing the year in school, and now what do? You move on to the next step. If you're ending one job, what do? You move on to the next step, and you look for the great things that are going to happen for you there, and then you just be thankful for what you had leading up to this. So that's kind of what I mean. Like, I'm not trying to be all, well, that's what I mean. I just know that these things work out. So, and I get tickled and I feel good when somebody points out a direct way that they've benefited, or if they can, you know, like Jamie will talk about these synchronicities that will happen. And Caroline just keeps giving me love. I love it. She keeps sending me those hearts, girl. Yeah. So I'm probably going on a little bit long about this, but I think it's a good topic, and I think that it's important for us to acknowledge and to feel and to know that, you know, it's okay when things feel dark. It's okay when things dip a bit, and just know that you have the power to shift that, and that when you do pay attention to the things that you're grateful for and express it one way or another, even if you're just by yourself, and then just go, oh, thank you. Sometimes I'll do that. Like, I'll see that something went through, I don't know, anything manifested, something turned out in a way that I didn't necessarily expect, but I was really thankful for that. It's like, oh, thank you. You know, that's all. I'll just say thank you. And it feels good to do that. And I think someone's hearing me, you know, and acknowledging that. Yeah, right, Lana? And so you can do the same thing. And maybe someone will hear you, maybe someone won't literally hear you. But I think you're putting the frequency out there that's super important, and that the rest of this world needs to hear. Who said, what was that quote? Someone quoted me. I have to listen. I have to figure it out again. There it is. Lana did. We need to infiltrate the world with the good that's going on. So let's do that. Let's take over the world with good things that are going on, so that, yeah, it is important. So that we can help impact other people's lives and your own. Like I said, this is impacting me just by sitting here talking to you all. And I love the comments that you're giving me. It helps, you know, cheer me on. But even, like I said, even if you weren't here commenting, like if you're watching this on YouTube, you're not going to see any of these comments here. But that's okay. I know from experience, and I just know the way that things work in my life, that it's enough to put out that intention. And that's what I mean when I say it's like a meditation, because you're putting out that intention. So you don't have to get on video like I'm doing right now. You know, you can just have your own private moment and just pay attention to the things that are going well for you, and know that someone's hearing that, and what you start seeing is more of those things that you're being grateful for to show up. And not only the same things that you're being grateful for, but other things that are like, oh, you're grateful for that going on? Here, why don't you be grateful for this going on? And something else that's good will happen. See, that's how it goes. It's like a domino effect. It's like riding that wave. It's like riding downstream, like I mentioned, I think a week or two ago, like in that Abraham Hicks talks about. It's like going downstream. You know, when the stream will take you, the flow will take you. You don't have to work. You don't have to struggle. You can just let the river take you, just let the flow take you down through life and experiences, as opposed to trying to turn that rowboat around and struggle and row and row and row upstream. Upstream is so much work and you're just not getting anywhere. So, you know, you can just feel the rhythm of what's going right and just let things go and just let things go. So I think I'm going to leave you with that tonight. That was fun. Thank you all for being here with me and showing up and leaving me comments. I love it. And I wonder what next week is going to bring. We'll have like 7 more days of experience to build up into our next topic. Caroline says, I'm sitting here all alone in my Airbnb house, but I'm not alone because I have new friend now. I love you. Yeah, you absolutely do. Oh, I saw you comment on that video last night. What was it on YouTube? That guy, JP Sears. Oh my God, that was so funny, because you made a comment about like your what was it called? Uber Airbnb? That's what he was saying. It's like the Uber of Airbnb, something like that. Oh my gosh, that guy has so many videos that are so funny. He just mocks everybody. Did you see? Yes. I will look for you, Martina. I will so joyfully look for you and be super happy. Ooh, you should check out Martina. You feel free to put your link or something so that people can check out what you're doing with dolphins and manta rays, and you've got this really awesome coloring book. It's so neat. You know, In fact, I just bought another coloring book. I was at Rite Aid and it's like $3. I'm like, $3? What is this? And it's got these great mandalas and, you know, just black and white. And then for $2 you can buy a set of coloring pens. And I'm like, I can do this on the airplane, you know, I can do this just anywhere, you know, after work or watching Netflix or, I guess I shouldn't admit that, you know. It is really nice to just sit and color. So she's got these really great drawings of sea creatures, you know, that's just very beautiful and peaceful. So, and she's raising money for. What are you raising money for specifically? I mean, you've got your book. I know that you want to get your book out there into the world. Get the free coloring book at www.notchdolphinbook.com. So Martina is a videographer, a marine videographer, and so she was out with a diver who helped they named this dolphin Notch. But there was fishing wire around the fin and in the mouth and stuff, and so she documented, you know, and this dolphin knew it was being helped, you know. Like, that's the kind of contact you can have with other beings. It doesn't have to be people, you know, it can be animal life, you know, plant life. Like, you can have that contact where that other person, that other creature knows that the intention is good and that you're there to help. And like when I saw this video and the dolphin goes away and then comes back because it was still caught. And so the diver just, you know, releases the string, releases the fishing wire until it was free. And then the dolphin left. And it's like, I really believe that animal knew that this person was there to help. You know, they feel it. And so I think the universe works that way. You know, and you put out the intention, you're there to do something good and to receive something good. That's felt. Yeah, thank you. Absolutely. So now I'm signing off. See, I keep saying I'm going to go. I think I better go. I'm getting hungry too. It's going to be time to have dinner soon. The human needs, you know, show themselves. So thanks so much again, you guys, for being here with me and for spending a bit of your time with me. And I really enjoy your company. And Caroline says, oh my God, did you do that, Martina? I saw. Oh yeah. Caroline, it was so wonderful, brought me to tears. Oh, you didn't know? Look at this. Look at this. A connection happens. Let it flow and let it go, Jamie says. You're a wonderful teacher. Thank you. And I'm grateful for your openness and sharing. Enjoy your evening. I will. You too. And we love Notch the dolphin. Absolutely. Okay, cool. So I love that you guys are connecting here. And look at that serendipity, synchronicity. You know, it's just like, yep. All right. I'm off. I'm out of here. Thanks again. Thanks for all the love and comments. And I'll see you next week. Bye. Take care. Bye-bye.